When Lewis Hamilton announced his shock move to Ferrari, the Formula One world froze. 7 world titles, 12 years of loyalty, one of the most successful partnerships in motorsport history, suddenly over. Most fans focused on the surface, the romance of red, the legacy, the money. But the real story lies much deeper and far more uncomfortable for Mercedes. The biggest question isn't why Ferrari, it's why now. Why would Hamilton commit to Ferrari before even driving Mercedes' 2024 car on track? Why would a driver so calculated, so data-driven, make the most important decision of his career without waiting for Bahrain? The answer begins in a place fans rarely think about, but teams fear the most: the simulator. Behind closed doors, away from cameras and PR, Hamilton tested the W15 virtually. No lap times on TV, no excuses, just raw data and raw feeling. And whatever he experienced there may have changed everything. Because history tells us something chilling. Mercedes' simulator once failed to expose the flaws of the W13 and W14, cars that promised hope and delivered frustration. If the virtual world already raised red flags again, Hamilton didn't need Bahrain to confirm his fears. This wasn't panic, this wasn't betrayal, this was a champion reading the future and choosing to walk away before it repeated itself. When Toto Wolff confirmed that Hamilton had been deeply involved in simulator work even after announcing his Ferrari move, it quietly confirmed something else. Hamilton didn't leave blindly, he left informed. Inside the simulator, drivers don't chase lap records, they chase feel, balance, predictability, confidence. And confidence has been missing from Mercedes since 2022. The danger for Mercedes is not that the W15 was slow, the danger is that it felt familiar. Hamilton has lived this story before: a car that looks promising in data, a concept that should work, a season built on hope instead of certainty. And hope is the enemy of championships. With no major regulation changes for 2025, the W16 will be an evolution of the W15, which means one thing: if the foundation is wrong now, it stays wrong later. Hamilton didn't just evaluate 2024, he evaluated 2025, the final year of his Mercedes contract. Add 1 + 1 and the equation becomes brutal. A compromised 2024 car, minimal freedom to reset in 2025, and a massive regulation overhaul in 2026. Waiting meant risking 2 more years of frustration. So, when Hamilton activated his exit clause, it wasn't emotional, it was surgical. Yes, he now has to drive a car he may already doubt for an entire season, but champions don't cling to comfort. They move before the window closes. Ferrari didn't just offer Hamilton money, they offered belief. Belief in a long-term vision, belief in his input, belief that the next championship window could be built around him. That matters. When Sebastian Vettel left Red Bull for Ferrari, he went alone and paid the price. Hamilton appears determined to not repeat that mistake. Reliable paddock sources suggest Ferrari is open to welcoming key personnel alongside him: engineers, strategists, trusted voices. Meanwhile, Mercedes faces the impossible task of limiting Hamilton's access to sensitive information, a nearly pointless effort after a 12-year partnership. There is no one in Brackley he doesn't know, no system he hasn't influenced, and this isn't unprecedented. Key technical figures have already moved between teams. Opinions once ignored at Mercedes have found new life elsewhere. Hamilton's frustration with the W13 and W14 wasn't about pace alone, it was about being heard too late. When restructuring finally happened, the damage was already done. Ferrari's SF25 represents a clean slate. Mercedes' W15 represents continuity. And in Formula One, continuity without success is just stagnation. Mercedes offered Hamilton a 1 + 1 deal. Ferrari offered him control, a multi-year contract, a reported $100 million package, an ambassadorial role post-retirement, and crucially, support from Mission 45. This wasn't just about racing, this was about legacy. Hamilton has never hidden his ambition for an 8th world title, but he also understands time is not unlimited. Ferrari sold him a vision where his career doesn't end at retirement, it evolves. Mercedes hesitated, Ferrari committed. Former world champion Damon Hill suggested Hamilton has a unique instinct when reading regulation cycles, an ability to sense where momentum is shifting. He did it when he left McLaren. He may have done it again. Meanwhile, voices like Martin Brundle remained cautious, reminding fans that Ferrari's biggest weakness isn't drivers, but the car itself. Hamilton can't fix everything with talent alone, but neither could Schumacher. And yet, history remembers what followed. So what really pushed Hamilton to Ferrari? Was it a troubling simulator session, a lack of belief in Mercedes' rebuild, or faith in Ferrari's upward trajectory? The truth is, it was all of it. Hamilton didn't abandon Mercedes, he outgrew the uncertainty. This move wasn't driven by nostalgia, it was driven by clarity. Clarity that championships aren't won on promises, they're won on conviction. Ferrari gave him that conviction, Mercedes asked for patience, and champions don't wait forever. Now the pressure shifts to Maranello, to Brackley, to the future of Formula One itself. Was this the move that secures Hamilton's 8th title, or the final gamble of a legend chasing history? That answer won't come from the simulator, it will come on track, and the entire world will be watching.